All right, everybody, welcome to the Crypto World Evolution presentation this evening. Coming here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Just had a great meeting with our CEO, Mr. Tomas Perez, and I will be sharing a little bit of new information that's coming over the next few weeks and over the next couple months. We'll run this quick overview. Then I'll share with you a little bit about how the software works, how simple it is to set up our trading bots, and then we can go into some question and answer after that. So just to get started, the company is Crypto World Evolution. And pretty much the simple goal is we want to help people make more money in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrency. And there's a few different ways people can do that. And I believe you should do all three, actually. You should diversify. You should buy and hold cryptocurrencies. I've been doing that for a little over a year here and there. Mining, I've done some mining. I was just investing in some mining operations and getting paid for that. But there are folks that have big mining operations where they put $50 million or $100 million out of pocket and built this huge facility. There's trading as well. Trading is something that I never really dealt in. I didn't have any background in cryptocurrency trading, and so I didn't really look into doing it. But I had a lot of friends that were doing very well trading cryptocurrency, so I was interested in learning how those set up. But no matter how you're making money, what I loved about the mission that Crypto World Evolution put together is they allowed people to basically provide state-of-the-art, cutting-edge technology and innovative tools to realize maximum profits when trading within cryptocurrencies. And so I knew I could learn how to trade a little bit, and I didn't have to be so intimidated, so to speak. The second part of their mission statement is what really attracted me to the company. It says, thus ensuring increased profits and benefits to all of our members in their personal trading accounts. Why that's important is many companies in this industry, we basically have to send our Bitcoin out to them. And we send our money, we send our Bitcoin out to the company, whether it's in Dubai or Germany or Austria, wherever it is, we send it away. They do their trading, they do their mining, they do whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing. And we have to almost pray and hope that they honor the agreement and they send us our profits back. And some companies have done that. They've honored the agreement. And unfortunately, many companies have not honored that agreement. And they just kept people's Bitcoin. And what I love about Crypto World Evolution, we call it CWE for short. What I love about CWE is we control our Bitcoin 100% of the time. So I have all of my Bitcoin within my own exchange, and I can get it out whenever I please. There's nothing the company can do to withdraw my Bitcoin on my behalf. And that is a refreshing difference between almost every other company in this space right now. The problems I had with trading, as I said earlier, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to buy. My friend who's the owner of the company and his good friend who's a professional trader, 16 years trading Forex, several years trading cryptocurrency now. Both of them made millions and millions of dollars. And he said, Tony, what to buy is easy. Well, for me, I didn't know what to buy. I was brand new. But he told me even for the best of the best, the pros, when to sell can be difficult. Finding out when it's at a peak and when to get out. And the beauty with Crypto World Evolution is they have a solution. They have software that provides basically helping with the process of buying and selling the different cryptocurrencies. There's several products. I'll go over a few of them briefly, and we've got a new one that's coming out that I want to share just a brief overview of that as well, which is extremely exciting. But there's hybrid bots. That's geared for somebody that does know how to trade a little bit. They know how to pick coins, read signals, read charts. And if you know how to do that, you can definitely utilize the hybrid bots. The automatic is what I was more interested in. I didn't have any background in trading. And the automatic bots will do the buying and the selling for us the whole way. We don't have to pick the coins or anything like that. We can, but we don't have to. The software will do it for us. And with the automatic software, a bot is capable of performing hundreds of operations without any human interaction. We have a team of high-level programmers. We have some of the top professional traders in cryptocurrency that are always helping to program the functions and the scripts of the bots. There's always a programmer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year within the server area, making sure that the bots are performing at optimal level. But the bottom line is the automatics, they do all the buying and selling on our behalf, so they can do it without our interaction. This is a little bit of a screenshot. I'll go more in depth into how these bots work and just kind of share with you how to set one up. The memberships for folks that do want to trade, there's two levels of memberships. There's a $500, it's 500 PB, it's basically US dollars. So $500 membership, which will allow you to trade up to $2,500 at one time. And then there's a $2,000 membership that will allow you to trade up to $10,000 at one time. And those are annual memberships. They last for a full year. These bots also charge a commission only if you make money. So every week, if you do well, you send 20% of your profits into the company. They use that to launch new bots. They use that to update their bots. So they're constantly reinvesting in their bots, which they need to. The market is constantly changing, and we need to keep up with it. And there's new markets that are prevailing and coming to fruition. And I want to share some of the new bot and the new marketplace that we'll be trading in here shortly. And so that 20% comes out every single week. You have to send it to them. They don't have access to our trading platform or our exchange, so they invoice us. If you don't pay it, they just shut your bots down. If you do pay it, your bots keep rocking and rolling. So it's completely up to us. They have no access to our exchange, which I really do, once again, appreciate the fact that I control my money at all times. The compensation plan for folks that like our trading software and they want to share it with their friends, their family members, other people, they have a referral bonus program that's pretty lucrative. There's a direct commission of 15%. So if you introduce me to this concept and this trading software and I buy the $2,000 package, you will get paid $300 for introducing me. It's a commission for selling the software. If I introduce my sister, you get an indirect commission of 5%. If she buys that $2,000 membership, you would make $100 because you introduced me and then I introduced my sister. So there's a direct commission and then what we call an indirect commission. There's a binary bonus as well that delves into team building. If you're good at building and managing and training organizations, you can make some really significant income through our binary program. The matrix deals with a percentage of all the trading profits. So if you introduce a lot of customers or a lot of people that like the trading software, you can make a percentage of all the profits of your entire organization. And then for folks that are really good at referring and building teams, they have what we call promotions that allow you to qualify for profit sharing globally. The company takes 8% of their profits worldwide every month and pays that out. So there's daily pay, there's weekly pay, and there's monthly pay. The compensation plan, this is just a brief overview. We have some videos that go more in depth. Whoever invited you to tonight's overview, they can share with you some of the videos that go more in depth into compensation as well. The last thing I'll wrap up with is compliance. It's really important for our company to be compliant. We want to be around long term. And there's a lot of, I guess, unfortunately, a lot of companies within this industry that operate in the gray area. They really don't care whether they're doing things the right way. And that's not how Crypto World Evolution works. We are very big on compliance. You're never going to hear us guarantee any of the returns or anything that a customer or a client can expect. Crypto World Evolution can't guarantee returns because we don't control the marketplace. It's just as simple as that. We can talk about some of the things that have happened in the past, but even if you're looking at how I set up bots and how I show you how the bots work, I've had a lot of success, but that doesn't guarantee that you're going to have success, and it doesn't guarantee that I'm going to continue to have success. But here's what I understood. There's times in the stock market where I've had success. There's times in the stock market where I haven't. There's times in the commodities market buying gold and silver and oil where I've had success, and there's times where I haven't. Any type of investment, there's obviously going to be risk. And I've seen so many companies out there guaranteeing this and guaranteeing 1% a day, 2% a day. And the bottom line is this, they're lying. They're lying. You can't guarantee returns. Cryptocurrency, nobody knows what it's going to do. I believe it's going to go up. Some people think it's going to go down. And so folks that are guaranteeing this or guaranteeing that, they're lying. And the bottom line is I was tired of watching companies take advantage of people. And I was tired of not trading, being intimidated, not understanding how the software was available. And then when my friend showed me this software, it got me over that intimidation factor. And I realized that anybody could trade if you had a computer program helping you. And I want to show you how our software works. It's very simple. You might see some returns on here. Once again, even if you do see some returns, it doesn't matter. It doesn't guarantee anything for anybody. The bottom line is we can't guarantee any returns or results, but setting up these bots is pretty amazing. The first thing you do is you set up an API key. All this does is it connects our Binance or our Bittrex, whatever your exchange that you use, OKEx, HitBTC, it'll combine that with your software. So with my Binance account, I just went to my account. There was a video that showed me how to do this. I went to my API settings. I named it CWE bots. That's the first thing I had to do. Then I just copied and pasted a couple codes and I put them in here. I said add API key. I nicknamed it Binance. I selected the exchange. I was using Binance. I copied and pasted these keys. The secret key, I have to do my Google authentication, which I'm not going to do that right now, but I copied them both. I added the API key and it showed up right here. There it was. That step was done. Took me a couple minutes. With the API key, I allow that basically to read my info. So these bots can read my balances. It enables trading. They can buy and sell cryptocurrency. And then last, I did not let them withdraw. That's that. Why would I? They have no reason to ever withdraw anything out of my account. So that's never enabled. There's no reason for us to ever do that. So I control my Bitcoin in this account 100% of the time. Once I set that up, all I needed to do to set up a bot was I went to My Robots. I went to Add Robot, gave it a name, Test Bot, select the exchange, Binance, select the API. There's a couple different bots, a win-win, which is geared for about a 20% annual return. There's no guarantees. Lower risk than the HPSI bot, lower returns usually. The HPSI bot's a little higher risk, higher return, so I choose that one. And then I enter how much I want to invest, whether it's 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.2 Bitcoin, whether it's 0.05 Bitcoin, however much you want in, then you click Add Robot. Once you do that, they get rocking. They start buying, and they're looking for 15. I'm just going to show you one of the bots here. They're looking for 15 coins, basically. These coins are automatically chosen. You can add more coins if you want. If you say, oh, I know this coin, VIN, it's going to go up, you can add it. If you think, oh, VIN's not going to go up, you can subtract it. It automatically chooses these 15 coins, though. And what it's looking for is 12 triggers. So whether it's Cardano or Bitcoin Cash or IATA or Litecoin or let's say Ethereum, the bot is looking for 12 triggers to execute before it buys Ethereum. And it's going to look at the price, the historical price. It's going to look at the future price, like what's the predictive pricing look like from the charts. It's going to look at the ask and the bid, and it's updating the bid and the ask within milliseconds. Every few milliseconds, it's checking the bid, checking the ask, checking the bid, checking the ask, seeing where it's headed. Where does it look like this price is moving? It's going to ask questions about social media. How many people have tweeted about Ethereum in the last 15 minutes? How many people have done a Google search for Ethereum in the last half hour? And it's asking these questions over and over again. And when it gets the right answers, it'll purchase. Now, these bots will never sell at a loss. That doesn't guarantee that the coin won't go down. It just guarantees that these bots will sell at 1% profit or above. To take a loss, you will have to manually do that. And why would you do that? Maybe you want to free up some capital. I've done that. Let me show you one of the bots that I took some losses on. I, on purpose, sold out. I thought that Salt, I thought IATA, I thought they were going to continue to go down, and I clicked user sold, and I took a loss on these. Now, overall, this bot was great for me. It closed out a lot of trades profitably, 141 trades, over 132 of them closed out in the green, which was great. Then I had some coins that stayed in the red for a while, and I just wanted to free it up. Now, for me, I didn't really care that they were red. Now, hindsight's 2020. To be honest, this was a bad idea. I looked at what these coins have done since the 12th, and most of these would have ended up closing out profitable if I'd have just left them alone. So I probably should have just let the computer program and the bots do their thing. However, The reason I didn't mind about closing out is because of my Binance account. All I care about is the estimated value here, the amount of Bitcoin that I have. And no guarantees here, but when I first started, I deposited some Bitcoin. My first day of trading was December 28th. So I started building up my account, and I ended up, over my lifetime, I've totally invested about 0.57 Bitcoin. That's rounding up. It's a little less than that, but just to keep the number simple, 0.57 Bitcoin. If you do the math, that's what I've invested in my Binance account, 0.57. And right now I have 0.885 Bitcoin. And that's from December 28th to today. So right through, for people that understand crypto and trade crypto, they understand that cryptocurrency is down quite a bit right now. And so what I like is the fact that my Binance account is up. And I don't mind selling some of these coins at a loss. So if I looked at Ethereum right here, I sold it at a loss. That was a bad idea, selling Ethereum at a loss. Although here's the deal. If I'm holding Ethereum, which I am right now, these bots have some Ethereum. If I sell it, the value stays the same. It just takes it from Ethereum and puts it into Bitcoin. So all these bots do is they use the Bitcoin amount to buy these altcoins, and then they sell them at a profit to try and increase the amount of Bitcoin that we have total. Doesn't always work out perfectly. Some of the bots will buy a coin that goes red, as you saw, and I got tired of waiting for it to go green and sold out. I shouldn't have, but there's times where I've sold out and I've been right. And the bottom line is, as I've learned, I've gotten better and better. I've started doing the hybrid bots, which is geared for people that know what they're doing. And in all honesty, on December 28th, I had no idea what I was doing when I turned on these bots. They traded for me. They did everything. Now with the hybrids, I've started to do some of my own trades, and I've gotten pretty good at it. I've got, all these trades that you see right here. I've got one that's not profitable yet, but I know from what my friends are telling me that this trade's going to go profitable. So when I did a hybrid, I choose my coin that I want. So I look at the exchange. I select my API key. I select the coin that I want. Let's say I want Cardano. And then I put how much I want to invest. If I want to set a stop profit or a stop loss, I can, and I add the hybrid. After I add it, the program, the software does everything else for me. It'll make the sell for me, and it won't take less than 1% profit. Here, I can set it up where it won't take less than 3% profit, or I can set it up to, won't take less than 10% profit if I think that coin's going to go up. That's something I never thought I would be doing. I never thought I would do a hybrid trade. I had no desire to learn. I was a little intimidated. I just was like, listen, I'm just going to do these automatic ones. They do everything for me. They do all the buying, all the selling. That's all I'm interested in. Then I saw some friends that were making a lot of money on the hybrids, and all of a sudden I became interested. And once again, there's no guarantees you'll have the same results we did, but here's what I understand. When I looked at what these trading programs have done, and I look at my trade history, I know as a human being, I can't compete with what these things have done. If I look at, since I started December 28th and I export my trade history, these computer programs, they don't sleep, they don't eat, they don't take breaks, they don't get tired. They've got one goal. It's pretty much to increase the amount of Bitcoin that you have at all times. And it's constantly looking for those triggers. And if you look at my account to today, so the 14th of the month, if I scroll down, these bots have executed thousands of trades. So a month and a half in, we're talking over 2,900 trades that's been executed. And here's what I know. As a human being, over a month and a half, there's no way I could trade 2,900 trades with intelligence, right? I'd just be blindly picking coins. And these computers are looking for those triggers. They're looking for those triggers. That doesn't mean they always win, but so far for me, I'm ahead. And it's done really well for me in a market that has been down. The cryptocurrency market over the last month has really went through a couple bloodbaths, and a lot of reds, a lot of coins are down. And through that whole process, my automatic bots are winning. And I like the fact that even though I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know how to trade, I didn't know how to pick coins, I could lean on the software and I could let it do it on my behalf. And that's what I would recommend for anyone that's interested in this software. If you maybe never have traded before, get with the person that invited you down to this webinar and tell them you want to learn more. Tell them you want to get started. Get one of the packages. Here's what I know. There was a lot of friends over the last couple years that I have that have created wealth in cryptocurrency. They've made literally millions and millions of dollars. And I sat on the sideline and watched it happen. And I was too intimidated or too scared or too lazy or whatever it was to even look at it and try it myself. And I was sick and tired of sitting on the sideline. And if you're where I was at and you're tired of watching people and reading about stories of people doing extremely well in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these different coins, then it's time to throw your hat in the ring. It's time to get off the sideline and get in the game. Whoever invited you to this webinar, give them a call and just tell them you're tired of sitting on the sidelines and you want to get involved. The bottom line is this: no matter what happens to the bots, no matter what happens to the company, I control my Binance account. If I had a car issue, I needed to go to the mechanic and I needed $5,000, I can withdraw $5,000 right now out of this account, get it into my Wells Fargo, and go pay the mechanic and get my car fixed. I control my money. But I want these bots trading, and so I can turn them on, I can turn them off, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. This is my money. And if you're tired of sitting on the sidelines and watching other people make a lot of money in cryptocurrency and take advantage of this amazing revolution in digital assets, then call whoever got you onto this webinar and tell them you want to get started. And for those of you that do, I want to be one of the first to welcome you to the Crypto World Evolution family. And I want to be one of the first to wish you the best of luck in trading over the next few days, over the next few weeks, few months. And if all goes well, we'll be trading for many years to come. Have a great night, everybody. God bless. And we'll get started with the question and answer session here right now.